Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I use the Kiara Sky Gelly tips. I have the long coffin style, which is my favorite length and my favorite shape of nail. So I'm going to be starting on bare nails and using a nail file that's 100-180 grit. I'm using the softer side, which is the 180 side, and I'm going to be putting some scratches in my nail, really gentle. I'm not trying to damage them. I just want to put some scratches in them so that the gel has something to stick to. And really quick, I want to point out that if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll notice that I usually start them off with my nails having full cover tips on them as opposed to half tips. That's because I like to do my polygel sets on top of these jelly tips. It just makes for such an easier removal. Instead of having to file all the way down to my natural nail, I file down to the tip and then I soak it off. So this is pretty much my prep video as well as how I use these jelly tips. After wiping away that dust, it's time to pick out our perfect sizes. So something you want to make sure you're looking for is that the nail covers both of your side walls. So that just means the very end of your nail on the side is fully covered on the left and on the right. So I just rotate my finger, check to make sure that it fits perfectly, and then move on to the next. Alright, next up, we will be needing a drill for this. This next step you cannot skip out on because it's so important for the longevity of your nails, and a drill is the most ideal tool to use. So we're going to be buffing up the inside of the nail. This is to put some scratches in it, the same reason we put scratches on our natural nail, so that the gel can better adhere to it so we can have long-lasting nails. And for this, you really don't need an expensive drill. An inexpensive one will do the job just as well. So what I did in this video was only use drill bits that come in those little drill bit kits that you get when you buy an electric drill, because you really don't need any fancy extra drill bits. When I purchased these tips, I wasn't able to buy their entire kit because they were all sold out, so I'm going to be using my own primer and dehydrator. These are both from Model 1s, and I'm also going to be using my own base gel because, like I said, everything was sold out on the website at the time of my purchase. This is what I'm using as my base gel. It's the Amelie, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's pretty much a hard gel in a bottle, which is what the base gel is. You want something that's going to harden and give you strength, so that's why I'm using this, and any hard gel in a bottle will do. I'm using it as a base coat now, adding one layer to my natural nails, and then we're going to use it to adhere the tips to our nails. Giving it a 60-second cure and moving on, I did go ahead and purchase the Kiara Sky Flash Cure lamp. This is the most ideal lamp to use because you're able to just slide your finger in and not have any stand from the lamp blocking you. Moving on to the application, make sure you wipe away the dust from the nails. You don't want to encapsulate any of the dust. But I'm going to apply a layer of gel covering all of the buffed part of the nail, and then before I put it on, I'm going to put a glob of product at the very bottom where the cuticle is. The way you apply these nails, you start at the cuticle, and I found that putting a glob down there helps me to not get too much spillage. I kind of just press it on starting at the cuticle and watch the product go up towards the free edge, and then you just slide it into the lamp and you cure it, which I ended up forgetting to turn the lamp on, so I had to do some damage control. This middle finger was actually so hard for me to do. For some reason, I wasn't able to hold it down so that I could clean up the spillage, because you definitely don't want to cure your nail if you have gel all over your nails. So I was trying to clean it up, and I ended up getting an air bubble, which you will see it once I take it out the lamp. It was pretty bad, and I ended up taking this nail off after I finished this hand and redoing it. If it was a smaller bubble and if it was more towards the middle, I probably would have just left it there, but because it was pretty large and it was all the way to my sidewall, that was too much of a gap for me to just leave there. I would have ended up getting lifting, the nail wouldn't have lasted, and there was also the possibility of me getting a greenie, which I did not want, which is pretty much just a nail fungus. So make sure if you have an air bubble, it's not too close to the sidewalls, and just try your best not to get them. I actually made a mistake on my thumbnail, and I was glad I did because I got to show you how to fix this mistake, which is pretty simple. I didn't add enough of the product to the tip, so as I was trying to press down the nail, the glob wouldn't go all the way towards the free edge, which when that happens, just make sure you don't cure it, take it right off, add some more product, and try again. No biggie. Here I am redoing my middle finger. I took that nail off and just decided to start over, which this middle finger was giving me so many problems because the first time there's an air bubble, the second time it's going to be crooked. I'm just giving you a heads up. The nail was crooked and I left it like that. I just was over it at this point. Here we have it. I have my crooked nail. They're all done. Now it's time to move on. So I'm going to be using my drill again, and I'm using this needle bit that comes in a lot of drills. It comes in the kit that they give you. So I'm going to be using this around the cuticle to clean up any spillage that might have happened. That's pretty common when you're doing this, to get some spillage around the cuticle. So I'm just making sure that there's no product on my skin, because we do not want any lifting. cleaning off that dust with a Q-tip and some alcohol, just so that we're able to move on to the next step. Now I'm going to be using an 80 grit file to shape the tip of the nails. The great thing about these is you get a full set that's already fully shaped. All you have to do is apply it. But for me, when it comes to these coffin tips, the top I noticed is kind of rounded and I like a straight coffin, so I just went ahead and straightened out the tips of the nail. Now I'm just showing you what the next step would be, which I didn't take this step because I wasn't doing my nails this night. But you want to use this mandrel and the sanding band, which this bit comes with just about every single drill. This is going to remove the shine and prep it for any gel polish or poly gel after. This is the set I ended up doing on top of these nails the very next day, which this will be my very next video up, so be on the lookout for that. But that is all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!